Hey you, so on this video, is this what the ultimate silver stack looks like? We're going to be looking at an example maybe of what, depending on your mindset, you could class as the ultimate silver stack. Now this is going to be answering a question and I'll get into what that was. And it was basically this: when a lot of times when you find someone that's got into stacking, they'll be in two categories, for instance. Now, I fall into one which I'll be going over, and those categories are normally somebody that's going to be stacking pure weight. So, you know, they're not going to care about this fancy pantsy Britannia design and the likes of. All they're going to want is weight. So, you know, maybe they may not even look to coins. They just want to get the cheapest silver for the cheapest price. That's technically a weight stacker. Then you're going to find somebody that's going to, like myself, who may want more quality to their weight, that believes, now somebody, let me give you the example, somebody that's going to want pure weight, believes none of this matters. Come time to sell, which what they're on, and we see this, you know, spike in spot price, they believe they're going to get whatever it is, as it's going to be a significant jump up in price. They're going to get what they want, and that's what it matters. They see buying something like what I believe, and that's going to be a government minted coin like the ones I'm showing here, as somewhat of a waste of money, because you're paying extra premiums and come sell time we're all going to be getting the same price. I've done many videos explaining why I prefer government minted bullion over standard generics, or even just pure weight, so government minted 1 ounce and coin specifically. And so I'm of the mindset where it's government minted, I see more superior. So this is my foundation. It's going to be built up of what you can see here in this middle box. This is just a representation. Underneath this coin here is the lunar horses, but I didn't want to get anybody confused and the likes of, so I just put these. I don't have access to a Britannia box with me at the moment, so I know, and all those complaining about the focus as well, it just is what it is while I'm presenting the information and trying to sell some coins, you know, understand where I'm coming from. So here I am with my governmented coins. Now there's another subcategory that's come along, and I'm seeing that more from questions that I receive and just people in general a little frustrated. So they've done the right thing and they've made their choice. There was either a weight stacker, whereas they're not going to be too miffed, or somewhat of a government minted bullion guy or girl. Dry hands as well, for those that like to complain about the gloves a little on the day. So I've been handling all these boxes. So they've picked their coin and time's gone by. I've been stacking for give or take 5 years now, and I got into the collector stuff, as you can see all in the background we're going into in a moment, because I saw the potential to increase my standard foundation bullion. So I saw that I was able to pick up more when I was able to flip something like a collector coin. If you take a look at a collector coin here in general. Now you'll find people out there that fall into one of two groups. If they're not weight and they're more governmented, they'll fall into this group where they've been stacking for give or take longer than 5 years or 2-3 years, and they feel it's done nothing for them. Many may not want to come forward and say that, but believe you me, I've come across many people that feel like they've been stacking for 3 years now, for 1 year, and they just feel underwhelmed because silver spot, for whatever reason they chose silver as their main investment, hasn't done too well, or it's just been lagging. You know, we can see it where it is now for the next 10 years for all we know, as we look at that milk spot there. And then they've thought to themselves, if I would have got into, for instance, some collector coins for the same amount of time frame when I purchased my foundation at the time, they would have been in a much stronger position now to flip those coins, have a bit of fun, add some spice to the flavor or the pop, and then maybe go on to purchase some more premium at the time. So 5 years has gone by. I picked these up very early. I done a video when I picked these. These are the 1/2 ounce Perth Mint Lunar Tiger. So I believe on the 1/2 ounce, I believe this is the 3rd lowest design, if not mistaken. I do not have the stat numbers with me now. Now these were picked up at bullion price at the time. These were picked up not in 2010. So give or take 2015 or 2016, early 2016. I've done a video when I first released these, but they was picked up at a fantastic price. Now getting into these, this is the question, and why I'm putting it out there and answering the question is this the ultimate silver stack? People end up getting fed up just because of where spot price is. I'll do a video on what you expected at a later date, but for any reason whatsoever, they now look at their stack as pure bullion and think to themselves, for instance, I, opted not to pick up a QB Lion at the time, and I'm now seeing the prices on the QB Lions, Queen's Beast Lions are fantastic. If only I would have diverted some of these funds and picked those up at the time. And so I've put out there what I've done in terms of what bullion coins I've picked up that I've been able to flip for a fantastic profit, and also answer the question on what is a great collector coin to pick up. Ultimately, I've done a lot of videos on that and stated there is no specific great coin, but I'd hope on this video here I'd be able to give a few examples and maybe touch upon what I would suggest would be a good selection, what hasn't done too well for me, and maybe we can see a pattern here as we go along. So I got in for it for whatever reasons because I saw the potential of flipping the coins. I've got many other collector coins that haven't done as well. So looking at something like these 2-ounce kooks, this wasn't a pickup at the time. These came out in 2008. Arguably, whoever you ask would tell you that this is the best design. So my mindset at the time, early years of when I was picking up and aggressively picking up, was I'll be, stalking the dealers, and anytime I found any of these pop up for a fantastic price, I would lock in. That's always an option that's available to somebody that's looking for the best coin. It's not only working upon the theory that if you're here, right here, I know we're in 2019 now, the next coin must be the best one. If you look about and keep shopping about and, keep your eyes peeled, there's always going to be opportunities that pop up as long as you're looking in the right places. Where are the right places? You just need to go and, find and discover more and more new dealers. I was able to get these at a great price. Once again, I done a video when I picked up all of my 2008s. I think this was on the larger trade. I ended up getting these purely because I knew it was a very hot design. Yes, on a very large mintage in comparison to the new ones, but the kookaburras haven't really changed their mintage. But the 2-ounce specifically, which is what I'm holding here, were the ones that got cut short off, so they don't do those no more. So I was always hunting for these first over the 1-ounce, and I believe I've got these on display here. So for me, this was a fantastic pickup. Now, touching on this, why I went with this is it was a bullion coin. That's going to be the moral of the story here. I've picked up proof kookaburra coins. My own personal experience here have done nowhere near as well as my bullion kookaburra coins, even the older ones that I've been able to pick up. So, somebody's recently commented on my one of my videos as the law come after me that they purchased a proof coin. I would say, where are we now? Based off of this coin here, and at the time it was all the rage, and this is the Dragon Phoenix error box that I picked up. So this is the 100 error coins I picked up, and it didn't go on to do well. It was all the hype at the time, and then they bought it, thought they'd hold it for a little period of time, and now it's sold flat. They're having to reduce the price. When this first came out, I was still aggressively picking up. We was fortunate enough to get the die variation or error, but it was a coin that just dropped and I definitely wanted. I focused more on the bullion. Once again, I was here and there at the time and I picked them up. The bullion for me offers better opportunities because you can get it for lower, and with silver you already have a lot of issues and problems that can happen when we're talking milk spots, even bad condition. From Perth, not as much as many other mints. A lot of their stuff comes encapsulated and the likes of, but you still have these issues. So from personal experience, which is going to be another tip here, if you're looking out for what collector coin to purchase, if you're going to step away from outside of your foundation because you see it as a better buy, always go for the bullion variant. That's just going to be off of what type. We're not talking what collector coin because there's so many out there. Always go for the bullion variant first, because if it does go on to do fantastic things, you're going to see better gains over there. Touching back upon why some would be upset, you have people now that collect full foundation, like myself, not like myself, and it's just foundation. The problem they'll end up having is they'll say, look, I've had it for so long, spot price could tank, you're left in a bit of a jam. Then you have those that pick up all collector coins. They may skip weight and skip foundation government because it does nothing. You're just waiting for that shoot. But then if they pick up the wrong coin. And so why is this the ultimate silver stack? Is you have a combination of the best of both worlds and the pick I've gone with. So you want your high premium, good pick coins. For instance, did I know this was going to be a fantastic coin at the time? Yes. I'll give a list of the coins if I was stacking right now in 2019, which what I would be focusing on at some point in this video. So, you know, once you go for an ultimate stack like this, and a lot of the stuff you still see I have in numbers here. So it doesn't mean I quick flipped a lot of them. I did have a few of the error coins I released to some friends, and I sold a lot for other people. The 2 ounce kooks, I did sell a few, but I had a lot. And on the monkeys, we'll get to next. Once again, the tail end of 2016, addressing what you know what's going to be a hot coin. We all saw how much this came about. The mint done some type of a boo-boo. We'll never know what type of a boo-boo it was or why it happened, but you know, this had a very low mintage. Is it a coin you want to be involved with? Most definitely. When I became aware of it, I did sound the alarm. Everybody ran out and got them. Shout out to the guys that like to troll me on these sometimes. Ultimately, it bears down to this. Will you be able to sell this on the secondary market for a premium? I would say yes. Is it gone on to do a fantastic coin? Could you double your money up? On what I'm looking at here, the Kooks, yes. The Dragon Phoenix coins, yes. The 2 ounce Tigers, yes. I would even say on these coins, these 2017 Rwandan Roosters on the BUs, I haven't checked and seen what these have been doing. On something like these, it's 50-50. It's still up in the air. The Lunar Series is where it is. I think Perth currently where they are with how they've changed their model, it's really a hit and a miss on what it's going to do for a lot of the older coins on the much higher mintages. But regardless of that, this has that added bonus factor of it had that low mintage so late in the series. I mean, in 2017/16, there was no reason why they had to have a shortage. I was told it was a shortage of silver. So it still has that story to it. But ultimately, I'm the ultimate cowboy, you know, flipper / collector. The thing and the plus side to having a mix and a combination like this is if you take something like these, oh here the 1 ounce kooks, excuse me, I didn't know I had them. These 1 ounce kooks, for instance, on such a high mintage but a old very desirable coin. Could you sell this on the secondary market for a premium? Yes, depending on the price you picked that up for. But if you ask yourself, when was the last time someone like Atmix gave out one of these coins in their random kook selection? Well, they say random. They know what they're giving you. It's random for you. So a coin like this with the plus side, and the plus side to picking up the right bullion coins at the right time on top of your premium. This is just a game plan and approach here I'm explaining, is that a dealer would gladly pay you a premium for the price that you paid on. So that's another plus side on the right coin. A lot of the times with proof coins, because they sell for such a premium, some dealers may fall back, once again, from my own personal experience. On a bullion coin, the price you got it for, and not to forget the upside potential, is always going to be better. I've shown videos where I've taken losses and showed them, and it was a bunch of proof coins. It was proof coins for a reason. And even dealers were reluctant to take them, paying that premium. I've always been able to receive plus and bonuses and more whenever it's been a bullion coin. So take that into account whenever you're looking for a coin. The proof coins are stunning, they're beautiful, but they're sold at a premium for the premium. You know, it's for those that ultimately love the coin and want it in the ultimate version or finish. So always take that into account. You know, you're always going to have better, you know, returns should it take off in a bullion coin. Plus, if it's a hot coin, you have the second and I believe best avenue. I've done a lot of my trade with dealers on dealers taking back these coins for a premium also, which is a very smooth transaction. Every coin I have here, I can release to a dealer that I'm in contact with. I would even go as far as saying even some UK dealers, and they're very sketchy. You know, they pay a tiny premium on some coins, and that's just from personal experience, that I could sell these on for a profit. And we've got to have the standard Dragon Phoenix coins here. So these are the ones I originally set out to get. I would say with a lot of the coins that I did flip, ultimately, I didn't end up flipping these because of the, you know, the whole error aspect to them. It's very rare that Perth Mint make these types of mistakes. So it's a coin I did want to hold on to, and I have no problems holding on to. But, you know, I did want to pair them up in time with those there, get a few graded and see what would happen in the long run. But I just haven't been able to catch up with myself. So I would say ultimately, yes, there are pluses to doing this, and the negatives would be steer clear of the proof coins. You know, even with the kilo coins, when picked up, that you can get them for very large discounts, you want to be picking up, you're going to go something too large. These coins shouldn't be selling for a premium. A lot of the times in Germany, dealers will have these kilo coins on sale at some point in time, the older ones. It's common knowledge now that Perth Mint are still minting these where they shouldn't be minting them. So somebody wants to let me know the declared mintage on them in the comments. No more, but there was able to pump out and produce a lot of those. But these, once again, dealers will still pay you a premium for something like that. So getting on to what I would class as a good coin now to pick up if you was going to be picking up collector coins. Now, if you wanted to go for a stack like this, ultimately 500 ounces foundation to cover yourself, you know, you've got the Gov minted. Should anything go wrong at some date or time, you've got your foundation there. It's a Gov minted coin, you know, your dealer in your region. This could just as well be a Canadian Maple, a American Silver Eagle, a Libertad, and so forth. You know, you've got yourself covered there. You've decided to not go wait, you've gone Gov minted. Now, should spot price stay where it's stayed for the past 5+ years, where I've been, and you're thinking, hey, you know, if you may not want to say it out loud, but, you know, you're bored. You wished you could have gotten into this coin at that time and you could have tripled or doubled your stack. This coin was going for a little over the Britannia you purchased at the time, but it's now selling for 4 times as much. What is the best coin? I've always asked that. I've done loads of videos on that. But if I was going to give a direct answer right now, I would say look to the current Perth roster. So Perth have released, I'd say, they haven't picked up any of them as it's still struggling to focus. They've released the Emu, so you got the 50k coins. They've released the Swans, the 25k coins. Oh, come on now, where are we? We've got the Dragons, you know, all of their new releases. So from the Perth Mint, 50k to 25k. Why? Because as years go by, we're talking another 5 years from now, one of those, or even many of them, will be a coin that ultimately a dealer will pay you a premium for. You know, you can hate collector coins as much as you want, but they're here and they're here to stay. So as long as you're actively involved, there's going to be coins you should be picking up now, and I would think would do well with a dealer, even on the secondary market at a later date. Another selection I would say go for is the Queen's Beast coins. You know, once again, doing fantastic, unlimited mintage coins. So that says a lot, and they're still selling and doing well on the secondary market. Where do you start? There's nothing wrong with starting from whatever the current design is right now, which would be the Yale time of release on this video. Another fantastic coin that can be picked up not too much over standard, your standard bullion coin, but could also say 5 years, 3 years, 2 years down the line, should you be looking at your standard foundation that's not doing too well, you could sell to a dealer for a premium or jump on the secondary market and sell for a premium. You have the old existing coins. So, you know, I've mentioned the Perth Mint, and you had the 50k coins. I've ranged them all. You have the Emus, the Swans. I can't think of them at the top of my head. The Dragons. So all of those releases, good. You have the new kookaburras. So you have a lot more of the, where are we now? The variations where we have, for instance, privies. So I think from 2015 onwards, they started pumping out a lot of the privies on their coins. Now, it wasn't the case on a lot of their earlier ones. So, you know, you would get, I don't know, any coin now. The 2016s were the last I heavily invested in. And I'll touch on another point on these in a moment. You could lock in on one of the privies if you just wanted to try your luck. If you're actively involved in the collector coin market, these coins are the coins right now. So what? They're not doing too well now. You think a certain privy is going to do better. This F15 privy was great on this coin. Well, then go ahead and lock in on that. Another important thing here is don't be afraid to drop a coin if you don't think it's going to do too well, or you see it tanking because the mint started to do a lot of shady tactics. You know, you got these Korean mint coins and the likes of. I picked up a load of these 2016s. I think it's even on my YouTube banner head. I dumped a load of them at a time when I thought was convenient and was able to put them into other coins. Now, that's also been a fantastic gameplay of mine. Sometimes a lot of people hold the wrong coins, and they can end up weighing you down. If you see a coin's not doing too well, or you see mints pumping out different variants when they didn't say they was going to, you know, you can say put the Germania or whoever in that category, not mentioning no names if I mentioned names, then don't be afraid to sell. You know, depending on how you sell, if you take a loss, if the loss is not too big, and pump it into a coin series you can see with more potential. Mix your stack about, especially when you're talking on these coins, because these are coins you don't really be holding too long. But if you do hold them for that long, you always want to know you'll be able to sell them onto a dealer, minimum a dealer, at somewhat of a profit, or in a stronger position where a dealer would give you, if you're looking for more Silver Eagles or Britannia coins, the dealer would give you more than what you paid for this, and then you're able to do that on. So I would say, yes, this is what the ultimate stack should look like. If you had your government, as long as you're thinking on the same lines as me, if you have your standard government foundation coins, however many ounces you want to go for, and then your collector coins, you have the best of all worlds. So, you know, spot stayed exactly where it is now, silver, I would say, for the next 5 or 10 years, I know I'm covered. If I'm purchasing coins right now, collector coins, be it whichever's hot right now, I know in 5 years' time, it could shoot. Chances are very low, you know, mints are constantly evolving, but you know, it may be better than the other. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. I've gone on for way too long. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the comments on what you believe the ultimate silver stack should look like, or whether this is it or not. So go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Hate or love it, it'd be fantastic to know what you think. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.